Welcome to Oxford, Mississippi, and Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home field of the Ole Miss Rebels. They'll return it from inside the 5. He stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense comes on the field first today. And Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to, a matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we'll see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out, work against these defenses that they're facing, and try to put up as many points as they can.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Lee. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's right. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
That's caught. It's Lee.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
The Rebels have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to chuck it again. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Play number 7 on the opening drive, and it's 3rd and short. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's right. And the Rebels pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Well, for a hitch route to be successful against man coverage, you need a lot of reps to get the quarterback and the receiver on the same page just like this. Timing is the key on these because if you're late, it's an easy pick for the corner.
Here comes a handoff. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Throwing off play action. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the 1st down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
On the 10th play of this opening drive, it's 3rd and short. Fights off a defender. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. The back's got it. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
What makes a really good counterplay is selling it to the defense. So you're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark into that opening. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Quarterback still with the football. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Rebels.
Chris, when was the last time you saw an offense eat up the entire first quarter? Talk about moving the ball methodically down the field, and then eventually you're able to punch it in for a touchdown. This defense is going over to the sidelines just looking for answers.
Now the important point after attempt. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return will be brought down. So Tulane's offense comes out for their first possession today. Let's check out the impact players in this game, Kirk. Guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coaches told us all week that these are the guys that really are unique within this program, and hopefully they play well today.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Trying to find some room. It's Turner. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Takes off in a bootleg. Quick throw to the left side. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but it's a big play all the way to the 43.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So one explosive play sets him up at the plus 43 with a first down. They'll run it here. Has the first down and more. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Tulane. He broke away, and they couldn't catch him.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And it's up and good.
The extra point is good. That ties the game.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking to make a play deep downfield. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
I really like the throw here, Chris, but the fake off the play action was just as effective. You saw the second-level defenders freeze for a split second, and that helps open those passing windows.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He's looking to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Lacey. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Looks like he's going to run it. Picks up the first and still running. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Caught over the middle. It's right. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Well, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Lee. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. The Rebels come to the line with 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short gain. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. The quarterback keeps it on the option. The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play.
Oh, my gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight, couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So they start the drive here looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. And the single back takes the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
And the Rebels will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner is brought down. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the third quarter. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going. Well, the offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Makes the grab. It's Reed. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
How about the tight end going down the middle of the field for a big gain? Good throw by the quarterback.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And here's the handoff. Gets into space at the 50. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to the 40.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
There's the handoff. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Reed. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point.
Is on for the extra point.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter.
Ties the game at 14.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Ray. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Zero running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Tied up here in the third quarter. These second down and long plays become important as they try to avoid third and long. It's a draw play. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
What a job to bounce back by this offense. They get all the yardage back that they lost on this run and more. Now they're back on track with a very manageable third and short.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Caught near the sticks. It's Wallace. And the Rebels churn out another first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
He gets loose. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Rebels pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Nice grab. It's Lee.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Getting set. Here's second down. Off the play fake. Looking to pass it. Grab near the sticks. It's Lee. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Once you can establish the run game, the play action is so effective. Those linebackers' eyes get caught up on the run, and you pull the ball, and you've got open targets behind him. That's a great example of using the run game to set up your play action.
Heck of a ride through a very competitive first three quarters if you check out some of the stats here. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. As the first down is still going. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
It's a quarterback keeper. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks an open space. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Face a third and short on the 9th play of this drive. Can he make it to the marker? Able to convert on third, sets up first and goal at the 8.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking for 6. Touchdown, Rebels. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
I can't believe this guy came down with this catch. Unbelievable play for a touchdown. The quarterback took a chance by throwing that into double coverage, and the receiver somehow went up and makes a play on the ball and came down in the end zone for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is up and good. You lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Using his legs, it's Turner. Here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And it's a direct snap. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time, just a few in the play. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the quarterback keeps the ball. He's trying to make a big play on third down. He probably should have gotten the ball out of his hands. Now, we've got a big 4th down coming up.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Down by a touchdown late. This is a crucial 4th down play. Their last chance here. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. QB decides to keep it here. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. Snags the quick throw. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Rebels looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal off that loss. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
Now they try to run in here on 2nd down, unable to get the 1st down. And now, late in the game like this, the big question, do you pass the ball potentially with an incompletion, the clock will stop, or do you play it safe and keep it on the ground?
Quarterback keeps the football. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
Oh, that was going nowhere. The defense had that option scouted up perfectly on 3rd down. What a big-time play. What will they do here now on 4th?
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
Chris, on this play, he has nobody open. It's better than taking a sack. He doesn't get intentional grounding because where he threw it, there was an intended receiver. I think there's no harm, no foul here.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack. Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.